At 70 years old, Eleanor Whitmore was the kind of woman people noticed without knowing why. It wasn't just her silver hair, neatly brushed back, or her soft blue eyes that still sparkled like the morning sky. It was the calm strength she carried, the kind that comes only from a life fully lived. Eleanor lived in a small town in Vermont, in a white wooden house surrounded by maple trees. Every morning, she sat on her porch with a cup of tea, watching the sunlight slowly warm the quiet street. To her neighbors, she was the kind old lady who waved gently and smiled often. But behind that gentle smile was a story filled with courage, loss, and unwavering hope. In her younger years, Eleanor had been a schoolteacher. She believed words had power, and she used them carefully, shaping young minds with patience and kindness. She married her high school sweetheart, Thomas, a hard-working man with a laugh that could fill a room. Together, they built a simple but beautiful life. They raised 2 children, shared countless dinners, and dreamed of growing old side by side. Life, however, had its own plans. Thomas passed away suddenly when Eleanor was 58. The house felt unbearably quiet after that. For a long time, she struggled with loneliness, learning how to live without the man who had been her anchor. But instead of letting grief harden her heart, Eleanor chose to open it wider. She began volunteering at the local library, reading stories to children every Saturday morning. Her voice, calm and warm, made every child feel safe. Parents often noticed how their children listened to her with rare focus, as if they sensed the wisdom in her words. As the years passed, Eleanor's beauty didn't fade, it changed. Her wrinkles told stories of laughter and tears. Her posture reflected confidence, not pride. She dressed simply but elegantly, never trying to look younger, only truer to herself. One autumn afternoon, a young woman named Sarah knocked on Eleanor's door. Sarah was new in town, overwhelmed and uncertain. Eleanor invited her in, poured her tea, and listened without interrupting. That conversation lasted hours, and by the end, Sarah felt lighter. From that day on, Eleanor became a quiet source of guidance for many, never giving advice unless asked, but always offering understanding. At 70, Eleanor understood something many never learn. Beauty isn't about perfection. It's about resilience, kindness, and the ability to love again after loss. She had learned to find joy in small moments, the sound of leaves underfoot, handwritten letters, and shared silence. And if Eleanor's story inspired you today,